Ladies and gentlemen of the B Squad, what is going on? It is your boy, the Supreme B-Man, and I am here once again to have a lovely Dragon Ball Super episode review. Well, the tournament has begun, and so there's a lot of things to be said, and there's a lot of things not to be said from episode 97. A lot of people have already said their words about this latest episode of Dragon Ball Super, but to me, honestly, there wasn't much to really grasp on in this episode because honestly, the universes have already assembled. All the characters have been looked at and viewed. Especially from my last video on episode 96. You can check that in the link below. But pretty much we've seen what we can see on what pretty much everybody's going to be up against. Right now there's only like maybe 3 universes that anybody gives a damn about, honestly. But obviously let's try to do this orderly, and let's try to go down to a few things that have happened in this latest episode. First off, the tournament rules. They were able to, it's pretty much, they were able to go over the rules about how the tournament's going to go and how people are going to get eliminated and, what's going to happen at the end of it all. Obviously, it's like a basic world martial arts tournament. The only difference is the ring is huge and, it is a free-for-all, basically. It's not like in the original World Martial Arts Tournament where people test their strength out of like maybe 100 people from different nations and stuff. It's mainly just them, these 8 universes, and from their 10 to 8 characters that they got from each universe go head-to-head with one another. And honestly, the moment the bell rang, it was just all out chaos, and so there's a lot of characters doing a lot of stuff, and then there's characters not really doing a lot of stuff. Mainly Universe 7 not really doing anything, at least not yet, because they're trying to be orderly. They're trying to use teamwork more or less than trying to be part of the chaos. But obviously there are characters within Team Universe 7 that obviously don't apply to the whole teamwork ethic. Mainly Goku, Vegeta, Frieza, 17 and 18, which is no surprise because obviously Goku and Vegeta in their Saiyan pride, Frieza in his murderous intent, and 17 and 18 obviously are too real chill to really give a damn about rules. So and they're more into just getting the job done, you know what I mean? Because, they were made to actually, assassinate the people that they're actually teamed up with at one point. So obviously, when you give them a mission, they're set on that mission, and obviously they are just going to go do that rather than trying to work with everybody and, test their strength up against some of these characters. But there was a couple of people that got eliminated, and they were from both Universe 10 and Universe 4. That got eliminated kind of not fair. Well, I'll say fairly quickly. I ain't gonna say it was like a real quick outing, but it was very obvious that these 2 characters were going to be out, but we'll get to them. One of them, I will say, from Universe 10, obviously got eliminated. It was like this little fairy girl, which we don't really care about because it's just a generic character. So obviously who really gives a darn about this generic fairy-ish type character that obviously was the first one to get eliminated. And she got eliminated by one of the wolves from Universe 9. I think it was the wolves, one of them, the one with the red hot kick. Yeah, he pretty much kept shooting beams at her and these little orbs, and she tried to hold them off, but she couldn't hold off 2 of them, so she got easily knocked off out of the ring. And And then there's one that's later on that has like this one moment. He tries to make a big, huge moment, but it turns out that he failed at it. The other thing is that there's not really too much action. I noticed that there was a lot of repetitive animation over and over again, especially with that one wolf, Banzel. They kept showing that same animation with him doing that red hot kick attack over and over again. And honestly, everybody had like repeated animation over and over again, especially Vegeta boxing with some giant modified monster or whatever. And 17, I don't think they showed 17, but they showed 18 fighting a female pride trooper. So I was like, okay, all right. And then there was a few others here and there that was kind of like repeated animation, but it's obvious that this is the start of the tournament. And so, and they only got like 48 minutes or something like that. It was like 100 tasks or something like that, which equaled out to 48 minutes. So obviously, they're going to use a few of those minutes to kind of show off repetitive type of stuff over and over again like that. And obviously they don't want to like start off big with people shooting off huge beam attacks, but people are already doing that in some way. One of the highlights that I will say that I liked about this episode was when one of the modified robots were spinning real fast and nobody could stop him. And yet there's plenty of characters that could have easily toppled him. But luckily one of those characters turned out to be Hit. He made a move, hit the robot in his arm, messed him up, and then one of the wolves came in to kind of capitalize on Hit's, attack and to kind of help him out in some way, because the robot was pretty much knocking people all over the place, because the whole objective to this tournament is to get kicked out of the ring. And if anybody gets kicked out of the ring by like any simple minor attack, it obviously, it's, ring out. And so you get sent to the bench because of that. I'll go back 1 minute. I will say about the tournament rules, I thought there was one point where if you got kicked out of the ring, you would be erased or something like that, but I guess they changed that around, or maybe it was just a rumor. Another thing is that Churn is just too tough to be looked at by low tier characters. There was one moment in the episode where Churn was looking at this one guy, and this one particular character that I don't really care about obviously walked up on him. Jern looked at him and he ran away. Jern apparently has like this aura around him, and the only person that isn't quite intimidated by him is Goku. And obviously Goku is the only one that really wants to fight some of the big boys like Topo and Jern. And, we're not going to get that right now. It's too early in the tournament. Obviously the amount of time that they're spending fighting right now is only like minor seconds, more or less, than actually like full minutes. So, they're going to take their time with this, and in hopes that I really hope that they last this tournament for about maybe 5 or 6, maybe 10 episodes of this tournament, to kind of flush out everybody and highlight them. Maybe everybody gets at least, if you break up 48 minutes, everybody gets like maybe 5 minutes to themselves. You know what I mean? Everybody has a moment where they are like doing something, like Goku's doing something, and then Vegeta's doing something, and then 18 and 17 are doing something, and then Team Universe 7 is like trying to do this teamwork thing, but they get separated, so obviously everybody has to kind of fend for themselves in some way. So we'll just have to see and wait. But Jern is just way too strong to be tackled by anybody, because pretty much throughout the episode he pretty much just stand in the middle of the ring and nobody touched him. and he didn't even move. Even with all the energy blast and attacks going all over the place, he still didn't move. And I don't think anybody's going to mess with Jern unless it's Goku. And if anybody does challenge him, they're probably going to get knocked out of the ring instantly. So I wouldn't be surprised. Another moment in the episode, which I thought was real stupid, one of the fighters from Universe 4 showed up and tried to put Goku in a grapple hold, and I will say that was like one of my most biggest gripes in this episode, because honestly he didn't even put on a good enough hold on Goku to really actually eliminate him. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't lock it in, he didn't pull a Zangief, he didn't do nothing. What he tried to do is drag Goku out of the ring, and it was pretty obvious that it wasn't going to happen. Goku's too much of a valuable character to really like just eliminate like that. Try to put in some suspense, but it was pretty much obvious that Goku was going to make it. I mean, I wasn't even like worried at any point in time. If they really wanted to eliminate Goku like that and pull a 360 like they did the whole Majin Buu thing, then they would have done it by now, but that's not the case here. So I'm not worried about Goku getting eliminated, because obviously they've been teasing him and Jern going one-on-one for like forever now. I mean, like, it's in the opening intro, it's the first thing you see is Goku and Jern going one-on-one. Also, I will put it out there that I hope that they do the same animation that they did in the intro, what I mean, when Jern and Goku are going up against each other. Hopefully we'll see some really, really good stuff when that happens. The next thing is that there's a picture running around on the internet, and people are like up in arms, and not up in arms, but everybody's going all crazy over this one little picture from this artist from DeviantArt. And apparently this picture is basically Goku in a different form of some kind. I'm pretty sure I'm posting it right now in this video, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people have seen it. But apparently it's Goku all beaten and bruised and battered, and apparently he has like this aura around him. The artist is Necror. So apparently, I don't know if he's the artist for Dragon Ball Super or not. I'm not for sure. I might say he probably is, or he has some ties in with the show. I'm not a guy who knows 100% everything on Super, but this picture right here is probably like the most hype thing right now, because people say that this is the true form of Super Saiyan God, I guess, and Goku's finally mastered it. He's come to a point to where he's just OP. So I don't know if this is the form that we're going to see when Goku goes OP or whatever, when he's like at his last wit's end with Jern or any type of character. I don't know. But it's okay. You know what I mean? It's like Goku pulls out transformations all the time in the Dragon Ball series, you know what I mean? Ever since him turning into the Great Ozaru and stuff, and then him turning Super Saiyan, and Super Saiyan 2, and then Super Saiyan 3, and then Super Saiyan 4, and then the reboot with Super, and then the Super Saiyan God form with Red, Super Saiyan Blue, and then now this. So I'm not too surprised. It's been talked about for like forever, but it's Goku. That's pretty much how you can say it. I'm not gonna bash on it. I'm not gonna say anything bad about it or nothing like that. I mean, it's Goku. He gets another form almost every series. You know what I mean? Almost every time Goku's doing something, or they pull a rabbit out of their hat and give Goku like some special ability or some new technique. So I'm not surprised here. The last thing on my list here is Is things a little bit too predictable, guys? This is my question to you guys, because I feel like, I feel like we didn't really need this tournament that much. I feel like that maybe if the tournament was a little bit different, or maybe if the rules were a little bit, you know, bended a little bit here and there, maybe it'd be more interesting. But I don't know. I was watching this with my little bro, and he started pointing out a lot of flaws in the tournament and a lot of things, and kind of made references to Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z and stuff like that. And I don't know. I kind of feel that way too. I just feel like who's gonna win it. I just wish that wasn't the case here. I wish they didn't make it so apparent obvious that Universe 7 is going to win it. But then again, we don't really know. They could easily pull something, and Goku and Jiren get eliminated by somebody we don't really know, or something happens. Who knows? Something could easily happen, and a new villain could pop up in the middle of the ring, and nobody would know it. Nobody would see it coming. I don't know. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think that the tournament's a little bit too predictable? Or, did you get anything out of this episode? Were you entertained by this episode in any shape or form? Or are you just ready for it to go on ahead and get to the good stuff and, just end it? Leave your comments below and let me know about that. Also, please like, share, and subscribe for more videos, because I'm doing more Dragon Ball Super videos, mainly over this tournament, because I'm really excited for the tournament, but at the same time, there are things about the tournament that I'm kind of iffy about. But I would like to get your guys' opinion about that. As always, guys, is your boy, the Supreme B-Man. I'm not going to go Super Saiyan, because that stuff kind of caused a lot of, commotion last time. I had people come down here to check me out, so I got to calm my power level down. But until then, guys, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.